So you're just slowly increasing speed here, right? Or increasing distance?
Yep. Just get my arm loose.
So what advice do you have for, like, let's just say you're a young kid, right? Let's say you're young, you're in Little League. How do you start improving how you throw, getting distance? Like, what advice would you have? What are you working on here?
Doing this right here.
For the dummies though, for like really simple, you're just getting used to it.
You want a long toss. Got to get used to throwing at certain distances. It's kind of like lifting. How do you get stronger? Well, you start lifting heavier weight, right? So here, start throwing farther distance. Get into your legs. Everyone wants to talk about or ask, well, I want to throw harder. Well, then get stronger in your legs. Let's start there.
So when you were young, I remember your dad was always just throwing the ball to you, playing catch a lot. I mean, you spent time just playing catch, right?
Yep.
And do you remember what your dad would like? Would he just keep moving you back type of deal? And sometimes it'd be speed, sometimes it'd be distance, or?
You just distance, because the farther you get, you got to throw harder to get it there. It's kind of like what we're doing here. And
as somebody who doesn't play baseball, I feel like we are super far away. Like in proportion to what it's like when you're playing, like how far out, we're not even that far out, are we?
Probably 120 feet maybe.
What are the longest throws you're making when you're playing for somebody who doesn't know baseball?
Probably 300 feet.
So twice this?
Yeah.
My God. I feel like you're like Elf, dude. I would never, ever want to be in a snowball fight with you. So how long are we doing this drill for?
Just till my arm feels nice and warm.
So you always start with throwing?
No, always. Just do some light throws, you're good. And then I'll let a couple go, really try to hit them on a line. And then I always end it with doing perfect one hops, because in the outfield, one thing that always gets neglected from outfielders is throwing perfect one hops to your second baseman, third baseman, home plate, whatever it is. You don't work on it, and it's really important to give them a good one hop. It's hard to pick a ball.
What is a one hop for little kids that are like getting to know baseball, or young guys, young gals?
A one hop is a ball that's going to bounce about 10 feet in front of them. That's going to perfectly bounce right to about to their chest. Makes it easier on them to catch the ball and tag them out at third. If you throw a ball that bounces here and they got to quick try to pick it, it makes it difficult. They can do it, but it just makes it difficult. So you want to make it easier on him.
When did you start learning those keys to the game? Did that start pretty early, or is that something, like, what are the things that you learned in your later years? Are there any secrets to the game that being around these pro coaches and whatnot? Any things that you're like, oh man, that's really good?
I mean, it's just being around just professionals, like learning what it's like to make it easy on the infielders. Because think about it, you're throwing it as hard as you can. So it's already hard for them to catch it. And then if you short hop it, it makes it even harder. So you want to get the guy out. I would say the bottom line with just me as a person, because that's what all this really is about, because people want to know who I am and what I'm about. I'm just like, I'm a chill dude that works his ass off, that's it. And I take pride in it. You know what they say? If you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, the definition is insanity, right? So when I kept striking out on curveballs, I go, I'm just gonna close my eyes, try something else.
Try something new.
Why not? And it worked.
Who was the toughest guy you had to hit on?
In Tacoma, Art Warren, plays with the Reds now. Great dude, threw like 99, 98.
How did that go? Like, walk me through when you actually went to the plate.
Once I saw his curveball, I was like, man, I ain't got a shot. I did homer off him though. My last at bat of the year, I hit a home run. But he got me more times than I got him, let's be real. He's such a great dude too. I love Art, he's a good guy. He's with the Reds now. And he's a hometown hero now because he's from Cincinnati, or the Ohio area. And now he's playing with the Cincinnati Reds, so I'm happy for him. That was really good. Ball was in. Look where all those balls are. Go ahead. Okay, so every ball is in that corner. Why? Because the whole purpose of what I'm doing out here is I'm trying to hit the ball opposite gap. When you hit the ball to the opposite field, it allows you to keep your hands inside the zone for as long as possible. And so for me, every time that I'm hitting, man, I'm always trying to hit the ball in the opposite gap. Anyone can pull a baseball. So what separates you is being able to handle that pitch that's off the plate or maybe on the edge. So that's something that I really take seriously, is hitting the ball to the opposite field. And you can look, there isn't one ball on the right side of the field. Why? Because I'm not just out here swinging, I got a purpose. And you gotta have a purpose when you go into swing. Because if you don't have a purpose, that's like anything in life.
So one more time for a high school kid that, like, let's just say that one more time so they very clearly understand what you're working on there and what they should be working on, or what you think is helpful for you.
Yeah.
Like, explain that even clearer.
Work on hitting the ball the opposite field. Backspinning balls to the opposite field. If you're right-handed, hit balls to right center. If you're left-handed, hit balls to left center. If you can focus on having that smooth swing to hit balls to the opposite field, pulling the ball is so much easier. So that's something that I really focus on, is driving the ball to the opposite field, because then I know that my swing is in the right path throughout the zone, that I can handle anything. It's really simple.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I can tell you this too. Now, I would go on a rant about it. So I'm gonna walk as I talk. But everyone asks, like, what's the #1 key to hitting? And that's timing. Because if your timing is off, your mechanics go down. They go south. So at the end of the day, you need to be able to be on time for when that pitcher's ready to throw. If that means you got to start your rhythm when a pitcher gets to here, whether he claps his hands and you're cueing off that, your timing is the most important. I see guys all the time, they go into a slump, the first thing they jump to is mechanics. Something's wrong with my swing, I'm flying open. Well, why are you flying open? It's because you're late. You have to cheat to get to the ball because you're not on time. So That's one thing that I've really focused on throughout my career and my short career, because I've only played for 2.5 years, and I don't know all the answers. But again, it goes back to what works for you, and what works for me might not work for you. But what I can tell you, what works for me is that when I'm on time, I'm on fire. When I'm not on time, that's when my mechanics start to go south, and then it's all stems back to timing. If you can simple hitting and make it hitting is a hard thing to do. You have a round bat against a round ball. It doesn't really make sense. So if you're focusing on your timing and make hitting simple, it's an easy thing to do. Oh, this was the one that you threw.
No way, I didn't.
Yeah,
put
dude.
that in there.
I'm telling you. Look at that. Hit the ball so hard it literally is coming out of its skin. Well, like I told you, I don't want everyone to think that I know all the answers, because I don't. I'm learning just like everyone else. Today was good. Swing felt good today. I think towards the end I got a little bit tired. I took a lot of swings today though. Today we worked on just getting my swing loose, working my hands. I did a bunch of curveball stuff towards the end, as you saw, and that was just mainly to keep my front shoulder in on the ball and drive it the other way. So.
And you got pissed at the end.
Yeah, I mean I got a little mad just because I think a little bit was I was tired, just from constant swinging. No! Oh, you son of a...
Plus, this is exploiting the thing you're trying to work on. It's taking your weakness and you're trying to...
Yeah, and like, it's got to be perfect. So, it was great, but it wasn't perfect. So, it is what it is, and...
So now we're gonna go do.
Now we're gonna go over to the next level, and gonna work out, so you'll be able to see that.
Get pissed, take the rest of the energy out?
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's do it.